how to get 5K music coaching clients. In this video, pull out the notes, get ready to get after it, because what you're going to literally be able to take away from this video is you are literally going to know how to structure your offer for your music coaching business so that you can go get clients and go make a lot of money. If you don't know who I am, my name is Lee. I scaled my music coaching business teaching recording artists how to produce their own songs. I was $25,000 in credit card debt when I started that. I then scaled it over to $20,000 a month in 2023, and then I doubled my business because I went from charging $3,000. First it was 1.5K, then 3K, then I raised my price to $5,000. Yes, teaching recording artists how to produce. So if you're in this state of mind where you're like, people don't pay, artists don't pay, they're broke, blah, 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 this and that. Wrong, 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 wrong. You just don't have a good enough offer, and that's okay, and I don't blame you. It's not your fault. Don't worry about it. We're going to walk through it in this video, all right? So let's jump into it. So the first thing we need to talk about is just like the different pillars. So like this is like what we're going to go over, okay? First, we are literally, let me just full screen this. That's better. So we're literally only going over your offer right now, which consists of a few different pillars. Number one, let's zoom in on here. Number one, who are you serving? Number two, what tangible result are you going to get them? And number three, your actual offer. Now hold up one quick sec, okay? Before you leave this video thinking, I've already heard this before, bro. I've read Alex Hormozi's $100 million offers, or maybe you haven't. You're like, Lee, I've already read this stuff, bro. This is nothing new under the sun. I already have an offer. This is what it is. Stop. Just stop. Trust me. We are going to get specific into stuff today in this video. I guarantee, yeah, I use that word, the G word. Guarantee you've not seen before. How can I guarantee this? How can I be so confident? Dude, I've been in this world of coaching, high ticket coaching. I've hired a bunch of coaches. I'm obviously a coach. I've had 2 different coaching businesses that have already done 6 figures from basically the year I started it. And I've hired lots of coaches, and I've literally, like, every coach that I've ever hired is like the same thing about the offer. Like, it's always the same. I'm literally showing you stuff that no other coach has ever shown me. I've made it on my own that my clients have also told me, Lee, we've never seen this before. Like, this is the way I talk about offers and the way I help my clients structure their offers. It's like nothing you've ever seen. Trust me. So, like, don't just click off the video. You're like, I already have my offer. I've already heard this stuff. Trust me, I guarantee you've never heard any of the way we do it. So let's start with the who you're serving part. So here's one thing that you need to know. I almost, and again, I don't like to use the G word too much because I'm going to sound hella guru-y, but I can almost guarantee you probably don't have this dialed in. How do I know that? Because, dude, everybody I talk to that gets on calls with me to come enroll with my program, Music Money Mastery, this is their problem. They don't have this part solved. So you need to get super specific on who you're going after. I'll give you good and bad examples. A bad example would be singer-songwriters, music producers, vocalists. That's too general. And it's weird because you'd be like, is it really? Like, you'd think that was really specific. No. It's not. You need to get even more specific. Here's some good examples. I have clients where this is literally their niches. Female singer-songwriters, female faith-based, that means they're Christians, synthwave producers, country singer. I don't have a client with a country singer yet, but I'm hoping I will. I really, and I'm not a big country, I like country music, solid. Whenever somebody plays it, I'm like, hell yeah, brother. Like, I'm into it. But I really want to get somebody who helps country singers. I think that that's an untapped niche. I think if somebody came out and said, I help country singers produce, mix, and master their demos, I think they'd, and then if you said, I help female country singers, you'll make $1 million. Maybe I should do it. Just kidding. Anyway, these would be good examples. These are bad examples. Okay. Now I'm going to show you something. Oh my God, I cannot believe I'm showing this to you. And I cannot reveal the entirety of all of this, but I want to show you something that we talk about called messaging triggers. This is the part of the story that I guarantee you have not heard. So there are messaging triggers that if you say them, you could attract the right or wrong people. So for example, and I don't like to say broke and rich just from a financial standpoint. I wrote broke-minded and rich-minded. Because I've had people enroll in my programs and they're not rich financially, but they're rich-minded. So it's not a money thing. It's more of a mindset. But messaging triggers of broke-minded people, for example, stuck, struggling, frustrated. Take a pause real quick. Have you said that in your ads? Have you said that in your marketing materials? Are you feeling stuck in your mixes? Are you feeling stuck with your music career? Are you frustrated with your lack of progress in your music career? Well, that's actually attracting broke people. Whoa. Hopefully we have a realization now. Now, rich-minded people, they don't think like that. They have a greater vision, legacy, control. There's a ton of messaging triggers that I didn't put here that I reserve for my paid clients. There's like a huge list of broken rich-minded. So when we go about scripting ads, because what I do is I script all of the ads for my clients. Like I literally script every one of my clients' ads, and I script all of them for the duration of us working together. Which, by the way, I have no clue how much longer I'll be able to do that, to be honest with you. Like, it's fun for me. It's not like a lot of work. I mean, it is, but it's not like back-breaking labor. But I'm getting more clients every single week, and so I don't know how much longer I can script every ad for every client. For right now, it is something I'm doing. But this is the stuff we look at. We look at the messaging triggers because it's like, I don't want to say things in my ads that are going to attract broke people and repel rich people. I'll give you another example of like a way to think about this. Like in my world, you know, I have friends who are doing really well in their businesses, right? Me, myself, I'm doing pretty well as well, making 20 to 100K a month. Okay, 20 to 50K, 20 to 30K. Like we're in these ranges, right? And think about this, bro. All of us make good money. Do we need to make more money? I mean, you can always make more money, right? But I'm talking about like need to like for survival. No, not really. Like think about someone who's making 30K a month in top line revenue. And then like after taxes, after savings, after their business expenses, after ads, they take home somewhere between $13,000 and $15,000 in personal income per month. And it's like, you don't really need more money. Like you're surviving, you're doing pretty well, you're like living a solid life. Like, do you really need more money? Need. No. So why, but then why is it that those people like me, like my friends, like all of these, you know, rich-minded individuals and yourself, well, so then why are you buying? Because you're not really buying, you're not buying from a place of pain. Like, let me write that down. Rich-minded people don't buy from a place of pain. It's super interesting. They buy because of a gap. You know what I mean? Everyone buys because of a gap of where they are, a gap of where they currently are and where they want to be. You know what I mean? That's why people buy. Brokies are in pain, but rich-minded people, they don't, not Borkies. I said Borkies, bro. That's hilarious. Borkies. I should start saying Borkies. Brokies are in pain, but rich-minded people are, they just have, the pain for them is them not living their full potential. You know what I mean? I really am like sticking on this and I'm kind of like a little bit talking in circles and repeating myself here a little bit on purpose just because I really want to drive this point home. This is why people will pay you $5,000 to learn music production. Like dude, a lot of the clients who paid me $5,000, you'd be so surprised to realize that like most of them don't really, like they almost don't care about making a career out of music. Like they want to make a career out of music, obviously, but they're also like, yeah, but if I don't make a career out of music, that's fine too because I love making music so much. They still spent $5,000 though to learn music production. Why? That's because they're rich-minded. So I wanted to drive this point home. This is probably one of the most important points. All right, so let's get to the next part. That's the who are you serving, okay? Next is the tangible result. Again, dude, super big. So here's like, first let's talk about what is their point A. So here's bad examples. Doesn't feel confident in their mixes. Can't sing with strength. Music career isn't progressing. Those can be point A's. Those can be a part of the point A. Those can be pain points. But that's not tangible point A. A tangible point A, let's say, isn't performing consistently, isn't releasing any music, not booking any gigs, and career is literally not moving forward, right? So think of it in the context, let's think of it in the context of like a sales call, right? Think of it in the context of a sales call and reverse engineer it. Let's pretend, a quick example, let's pretend you're a music production coach. You help recording artists learn how to produce their own music. That's exactly what I did, okay? So I reverse engineered it. So here's what the situation would be. Someone would get on a call with me, and right now it's February 2026 as I'm filming this. Okay. If I were doing the same offer, I'd get on a call and say, hey, how many songs did you release in 2025? And if they didn't say very many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 songs, I'd be like, why only 6? Why only 5? Like, how come you only released 2? Or a lot of people be like, I didn't release any songs in 2025. I'd be like, why? Why'd you not release any songs? And then it's like, well, literally then your tangible point A is like, you want to be a full-time artist. You want to be putting out songs. How often do you want to be putting out songs? Dude, I'd love to be putting out an album a year. I'd love to do at least 8 to 12 songs a year. Cool. Like, let's just use the number 10 as an average then. So you want to put out 10 songs a year. You did 0 last year. You're looking to 10x your output, right? And they're like, yeah. But okay, cool. So the tangible, so this is for you now watching this video to think about. So cut the role play. For you to think about this right now. In that example, the tangible point A is their music career is not progressing. Their tangible point A is they put out 0 songs. Or they put out barely any songs. Okay? Let's say you're a vocal coach. Their point A isn't, my voice feels strained and I'm tired. My voice is tired. My voice is hoarse. I'm not strong enough in my voice. That's part of their point A. That is part of it. But the tangible point A is, yeah, but what's that causing? So what? Your voice is strained. Your voice is tired. You're not able to perform on stage. So what? What's the end result of that? And they're going to be like, well, last year, I only performed like twice. Or I only performed like 3 times. Or I didn't perform at all in 2025. I did not perform. And I did perform a few times. Maybe they performed a few times. Yeah, I performed a few times, but every single time I performed, I couldn't even finish my set. I'd have to stop and take a drink of water in front of everybody and drink warm water, and we made it like a joke on stage, but I was extremely embarrassed. And then even when my voice got back, I was so embarrassed and so locked up, I couldn't finish my set. Like, okay, cool, tangible result. You want to be a career performer, and you literally cannot perform consistently. That's a tangible point A, right? Now, you also need to think about what their desired point B is. So here's bad examples. Feel more confident. That's one of the worst. That's like the worst one. Improve your singing. Feel confident in your mixes. What do these mean? So like, before you look at the good examples here, stop and think about this for a second, okay? Stop and think about this for a second. Someone's going to pay you $5,000. Do you really think they're going to pay you $5,000 just for them at the end to say, I feel more confident? Fuck no. I'm not paying $5,000 just so I can say I feel more confident. I better get a tangible point B at the end of this. You understand what I'm saying? Not just, oh yeah, I want to feel more confident. Hell no, brother. Hell no, brother. No. No. That is not what people want. I want to feel confident in my mix. No, you don't want to feel confident. You want to see an end result. So good examples. Complete 1 song fully produced by you that you're excited to release. Complete your EP, fully produced, mixed and mastered by you, and you release your EP in 12 weeks, in 6 months. Tangible. Tangible. Have all the tools, skills, and resources to produce your own music for the rest of your life. These were the 2 things for me. Sing at your next show without your voice getting strained or tired, right? Book 3 shows in the next 6 months, and you perform at all 3 of them, and you kill it. You do amazing, and your voice is perfect in all 3. That is a tangible point B. When someone hears that on a sales call, or you ask them, hey, what is your goal? Here's the thing, bro, because here's something you need to understand. When you get on a sales call with somebody, they're not even going to be able to fully articulate their goals. You need to know that. That's one thing that a lot of people don't tell you. People are not always able to articulate their goals. That's why you need to articulate their goals for them better than they can here in your marketing materials. On a sales call, I don't want to put words in their mouth because then they're not going to buy. They're going to buy based on what they say, not on what you say. So let's pretend I'm a vocal coach here, okay? And I asked them, hey, like, what are your goals in the next, let's go 6-month program. Hey, what are your goals in the next 6 months? Oh, I want to sing better. I want to be more confident. I want my voice to feel stronger. Love that. I'm going to write that down. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, got it. Tangibly though, like, what is that going to translate to? I don't really know. Okay. How about amount of shows? Like you said, you did no show. You said you did 3 shows last year, and throughout the entirety of the year, all 3 of those shows, you got tired at every single show. So like, what if in the next 6 months you do some shows and you perform and you just completely crush it and you do super well and you finish each show and your voice isn't tired? Like, how would that feel? Oh my God, feel great. Cool. How many of those in the next 6 months do you want to do? Ask them that. So I can start to fill it in for them a little bit based on what they said, but then I'm like, yeah, but how many? How many? I mean, one show would be great. Really? Just one? In the next 6 months, if you just do one show, you're completely happy? Yeah, like that'd be a good start. What would get you excited? Honestly, in the next 6 months, if I did 3 shows, and I can book the shows. I can book 3. I can go to an open mic. I can book them easily. Like I've got bars around the area that I can just hit up. Like I can get a show locally whenever I want. If I could do 3 shows and all 3 of them, like my voice is not strained that much at the end, or at least I can get through the whole set without my voice being strained, like that'd be a huge win for me. Got it. I'm writing that down. So now I have information so that when I deliver my pitch on a sales call, I will tie it back to those exact goals. Okay? If at the end of my pitch, I'm like, hey, Sally, so for us to work together for the next 6 months so that you can book 3 shows, crush it at those 3 shows, and your voice doesn't feel strained, and now you can perform like a professional for the rest of your career, it's either going to be 2 payments of $2K or a one time of just 3. Now when I drop my price, it's like I just tied it back to the exact goal that they said because I did this work, right? Cool. So that's the tangible point A, point B stuff. Next is your actual offer. Cool. So let's talk about the actual offer. Now that you've got kind of the messaging and the tangible results stuff. So a couple of things: pillars, deliverables, / timeline, and price. So the pillars are like the actual process that you go through. Makes sense? Like that's your actual like thing. So within each of your pillars, you're going to want to have steps. And then when you walk through this on a sales call with a client, they should see themselves going through this process and succeeding. Really, really simple. We actually literally in my program, Music Money Mastery, one of the things we just recently did was we actually, let me show you real quick. Where do we do this? We just did a perfect pitch workshop for everybody where basically we went through like how to structure your pitch. So I'll give you a little sneak peek here of that, not like too much of it. But essentially, when you tell somebody about their pillars, I'm sorry, not about their pillars, your pillars. Oh, I have to text my homie. When you tell somebody about your pillars, you need to tie it back to every single thing that they said. My bad. I told my homie I'd call him at 11:30. I'm going to wrap this video up first, though. So you want to tie it back to the things that they said. That's really important. Because if you just go through your pillars and you're just talking about your process, this is my process, this is what we do, this is the whole step by step, they don't care. All they care about is how does it relate to them. Does that make sense? So that's the first thing is pillars. Next, deliverables and timeline. How long is your actual program? 8 weeks, 12 weeks, 16? I have a couple clients who came to me when they started and they had 8-week programs. And I was like, 8 weeks is fast. I think you can do it, but you probably want to go more on the 12 or 16 weeks side. But, you know, obviously it's ultimately up to you, right? But I think 12 or 16 weeks is solid. These are the literal things you deliver to your client. So it's not the pillars. The pillars is like your process. The deliverables are what you actually give them. One-on-one calls, text message support, course videos, community group calls, in-person events, templates. Those are all like the deliverables, okay? And then after that, the price. Here's what most people do, and this is what I've seen. Most music coaches start at 1.5K for the first 5 people. It's usually what I've seen. I always tell my clients, dude, start higher. Like, I'm like, dude, start at 3K. But usually my clients are like, I want to start at 1.5 just to kind of get my feet wet. I'm like, okay, well, dude, if you're happy at 1.5K, like, cool. I mean, if you're happy, I'm happy. Whatever. I just know that you're worth more. And I know that 1.5K is selling yourself short. But, I mean, dude, if you're happy with it, great. Like my client, Brad, I just did a video on him the other day. If you want to go check that out. But one of my clients, literally, he got his first client for 1.5K. Hold on. By the way, shout out to my client Ann. She's a freaking savage. Ooh, I need to watch that. I want to watch that YouTube video. Where were we? Yo, there it is right there. Yeah, so one of my clients, Brad, literally got his first client for why is my thing bugging out? For 1.5K, like 3 days after we started working together. And he was like, dude, I'm super hyped. I literally had not gotten a client before that. And that was my first ever client. So pretty cool. All right. So, you could start there, right? Most people start at 1.5. That's honestly, it's what I did too for the first few, but then I quickly raised my price to 3K and then eventually 5K for my music production mentorship. So I think you should start at like 2 to 3K, but it's ultimately up to you. Now I'm going to talk about scaling your offer. Okay, so this is kind of the stages that you want to go through when actually scaling it, because it's important to get these numbers dialed. So like for the first 5 people, this is what I think you should do. Do 1.5K. This is what I tell literally my clients who pay me money, by the way. I'm giving you massive value right now for free on YouTube. First 5 clients, you're going to charge 1.5K, do 12 weeks or 6 months is fine, but 12 weeks is good. Actually, I wouldn't do 6 months. I would do 12 weeks because you're going to do weekly one-on-one calls, unlimited text support, no course videos. Don't make your course. I literally was texting somebody yesterday about this. He's like, I'm about to finish my course. I'm like, you should literally stop doing that. Like, don't make a course. Not yet. Because you don't know what your clients need. I made this mistake, actually. When I did my music production mentorship, Rapid Fire Music, I took 3 months, made my entire course. Then I got 3 clients, and I was like, crumpled up the whole course and had to redo it because I was like, they don't need this, they need this. So don't waste your time. Just literally mentor everybody one-on-one weekly for 12 weeks. It's going to be really busy for you, and that's fine. It's 5 hours a week, brother. It's not that bad. Or sister, whoever is watching this. It's 5 clients. It's 5 hours a week. Get over yourself. You'll make $7,500 off this. Like, get that done in a month. You get 5 clients in a month, right? Maybe you're within 3 months or whatever, or within 2 to 3 months. You'll make $7,500. It's not that much work. You're still your hourly rate is ridiculous. And then record every single call, take notes, and use those calls to make your course. Like, you could record the calls and then be like, I'm going to take these recordings and this is 1.0 of my course. Great. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Next 5 client, let's raise our price. Let's double our price to 3K. Same exact thing, 12 weeks. But instead of weekly one-on-one calls, just do like 3 to 6 one-on-one calls, which is like monthly or bi-weekly. So now you're going to make more money, but spend less time than you were before. Still unlimited text support. Now you've got course modules, which is actually going to help your clients get better results because they can watch stuff on their own. Maybe you do a group call per week and then you've got a community. After that, next 5 clients, let's run it back, same exact price, 12 weeks, but now scale it back to 3 one-on-one calls. Now you're same exact price, cutting your time in half, which makes you overall more profitable. Still unlimited tech support, course modules. Now let's do 1 to 2 group calls per week. Now you're going to have at this point somewhere around 10 clients. Well, next 5 would be, you're going to have somewhere between 10 to 15 clients. So you're going to have like 3, 4, 5 people coming to these group calls. Probably you're not going to have all 10. Okay. It just won't. But you'll probably have somewhere between 3 to 8 people come into your group calls. And so have another group call per week. Be like, dude, we're going to have 2 group calls per week. Dude, that's lit. That's awesome. And then you'll have a community. Now, at this point, you might have some clients on continuation, meaning the ones who graduate from the initial 12 weeks, dude, charge them $97 or $197 a month just to stay in the community and come to group calls and get continued course access. Like, that's fire. For only $97 a month, it's not that bad. But now you're starting to stack a little monthly recurring revenue. It's pretty cool. After that, next 5 clients, so now we're at the 15 to 20 client range. This is where you want to start raising your price, 3 to 5K. Okay? Again, 12 weeks, option to eliminate one-on-one calls completely if you want. You could literally just cut out one. Be like, okay, next 5 people, I'm going to charge them 5K, 0 one-on-one calls. What? You can do that? Yeah. Yeah, you can. I did it. But I switched it up. Some people I had one-on-one. And then, dude, you know what usually would happen? I'd close somebody for 5K for no one-on-ones, and then I would just sneak them one-on-one calls. I'd just be like, hey, you want to hop on a one-on-one call? Like, I have some time Tuesday. Like, let's just you and me get on a one-on-one call. Wink, wink. But I would do it for everybody. I would over-deliver. They'd be like, oh, my God, thank you so much. So you can eliminate it where they don't buy one-on-one calls, but then you just give it to them, and now you're over-delivering. Or just keep the one-on-one calls. It's only 3. Like, you're going to get 5K, 12 weeks. Dude, 5,000. Oops, hold up. $5,000 divided by 3. You'd be getting paid $1,600 an hour. Let's minus also the sales call, right? You're getting $12.50 an hour, dude. That's fucking ridiculous, bro. Like, that's sick. So maybe keep the one-on-one calls, but think about how much higher leveraged you are at this point compared to where you were here. You know what I mean? So, where were we? So, so 12 weeks. Let's say option to eliminate one-on-ones, or you keep 3. Tech support, course modules, definitely 2 group calls per week. At this point, you're gonna have near 20 clients. So you'll probably have anywhere from 5 to 12 people on your group calls. Now you're raising your price, removing yourself from delivery while still offering an amazing experience and getting your clients results. You're also going to be stacking MRR with clients who chose to do the continuation. So this is how you like structure your offer and really build out a highly leveraged music coaching program, just like I did. So listen, I hope you got some value from the video. If you did, awesome. Would love to, hear your thoughts in the comments. And listen, if you want me to actually come into your music coaching business and actually help you build the entire process, not just the offer, like what we just went through, this is like tickling the surface, but writing your ad scripts, helping you get leads consistently, helping you book and take sales calls, build out your whole call booking process, help you review sales calls so that you can actually close people with confidence without being salesy. If you want help building out this entire process, you don't have to do it on your own. Click the link in the description, go book a call with me. Would love to speak with you. All right. Have an awesome rest of your day. It's an honor to serve and support you. Talk to you on the next one. Peace.